Yeah, okay. So now I'm going to walk you through the website that we have developed. And okay, I'm circulating a sheet of paper. Please write your name and email IDs so that when it comes to sharing the activity forms with you, we are going to email them to you. So I'm circulating this sheet. Please write your name and email ID in front of it. Okay. Okay, so now if you have an access to the laptop as well as internet, I'm sure, go to the Google Chrome, and on the Google Chrome URL, please type www.𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗋𝐶𝑠𝑢.org. And Sanjana here is helping us with the screen, so you can follow how the screen goes. Okay. So basically, we are going to learn how to search for resources on the Tropicsou website. So there you go. This is the home page of our website. www.𝗕𝗏𝗃𝐼𝐶SU.org. www.𝗕𝗏𝗃𝐼𝐶SU.org. Okay. Everyone, I'll just request you to look at the screen. What we are going to do now is the first step. I'll show you the website. Okay. And if it's in any way possible for you to browse with us, that's great. Okay. But if the website is slow and internet is not responding very well, we understand that. In that case, just look at the website so that you at least know what our product is. Okay. What we are trying to offer here. Until now, we just have given you introductions about our project as well as scientific introduction about the climate change. But now this is the smoking gun. This is what we are here for, to use the website. And that is what we are here for, to teach you how to use the website and resources on the website. Okay, so let me show you the website first. Okay, so if you are not able to access the website and work through your laptop, just ignore it for now. We'll figure out that later. Just look at the screen right now. Okay, so Sanjana, I request you to go scroll down. So if you look here, this is our discipline carousel, everyone. And as I mentioned earlier, we have 10 disciplines to offer. Okay, these are the 10 disciplines you will go through on the website. And let's stop on environmental sciences. Okay, so I'm going to choose I'm going to give you website walkthrough by using some examples of disciplines and lesson plans and teaching tools. Okay, so for example, now I'm taking environmental sciences as a discipline, and I want to look for resources in the environmental sciences discipline. Okay, so we click on it and we go to the discipline page of environmental sciences. Okay, now the resources on the website are divided into two types: lesson plans and teaching tools. Okay, and I have earlier given an introduction to what a lesson plan is and what a teaching tool is, but we'll see that in more detail. And as earlier mentioned, these are the listed key topics that I told you about, like glaciers, biodiversity, conservation, evolution, agriculture. These are all the key topics which will make it relevant for you, make a discipline relevant for you to teach a topic. Okay. So now if you click the lesson plan button, you will be taken to a page which contains all the lesson plans in the environmental sciences discipline. Okay. So for example, we have lesson plans on major river systems, then ecosystems and food waves, impact of climate change on circadian rhythms, carbon cycle regulation by carbon sequestration, black carbon and its impact on Earth's climate, etc., etc. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open one lesson plan and show you how a lesson plan is structured. So let's go through this lesson plan. Okay, so this is a lesson plan on black carbon and its impact on Earth's climate. Okay, now earlier I told you about the structure of the lesson plan. So the first part is the overview. Okay, and it says that as a high school or undergraduate chemistry or environmental sciences teacher, you can use this set of computer-based tools to teach about these topics: allotropy, allotropes of carbon, structural physical properties, black carbon, sources of black carbon, etc. Okay, so the overview will focus on what the lesson plan is about and who is it targeted to. Coming down, we have the learning outcomes of the lesson plan, which tell you what the students are going to learn from the lesson plan. And going further down, Sanjana, scroll down. Now we come to the about table. So this table is called as the metadata table of the lesson plan, which tells you a brief information about who the lesson plan and what the lesson plan is targeted towards and who the lesson plan is meant for. For example, it is meant for grade level, high school and undergraduate. Then it covers the discipline chemistry and environmental sciences. Then the topics in discipline that it covers, or the key topics that it covers, is carbon chemistry, molecular structure of compounds, environmental chemistry, pollution, human health, carbon emission, fossil fuels, etc., etc. So this lesson plan is relevant to all these topics in the environmental sciences discipline. Okay. Then climate topic it relates to is climate and the atmosphere, climate and health. So if you want to teach about climate and the atmosphere and climate and health, this lesson plan is a relevant one for you, black carbon. Then the location for this lesson plan is global. So why it says global? Because it relates to the entire world. Anywhere you go, black carbon is a relevant issue. Okay. Uh, but some lesson plans could just be for Australia, for India, or for a certain continent. So then the location will, in that case, change. And the access is online or offline, mainly online over here. And below that, there's approximate time required to teach the lesson plan, which gives an idea to the educator of how much time it will take in the classroom to teach the lesson plan actually. Okay. Going to the next tab, we are now going to go to the step-by-step user guide. And this step-by-step user guide is a suggestive approach of how this lesson plan can be used. Okay. Now I told you the structure of lesson plan is typically that the first resource will be an introduction to the topic. The second resource will usually be a deeper understanding of the topic along with a climate change example. Now we are integrating climate change with that specific topic, right? Because we want to increase or inculcate the awareness of climate change. Okay. So the second resource will usually be a deeper understanding with a climate related example. And scrolling down, usually the third and the fourth resource will be a classroom lab activity, which is meant for hands-on learning for the students. Okay. So this is the step-by-step user guide for how to conduct the lesson plan in your classroom. But please note that this is a suggestive approach that we have mentioned. Whatever topic you want to teach in your classroom, you are the teacher or you are the educator who is going to decide how you want to teach it. Okay. So you can always make modifications in whatever lesson plans we have mentioned, and you can adapt it to your own classroom, because the primary need is for you to teach a topic integrating climate change. So we are just giving you an example of, okay, this is the topic and this is how climate change can be integrated into it. Now you decide how you want to teach it in your class. Okay. Moving forward, the next tab is assignment questions, which you can give your students as practice-based assignments for whatever they have learned from the lesson plan. Next tab is additional resources. So if you want your students to do some more reading, and I'm sure you will have enthusiastic learners around you who want to learn more about the topic, you can use the list of additional resources relevant to that topic from the lesson plan. Okay. And finally, the credits tab. Here, whatever resources that we are listing through the step-by-step user guide and in the additional resources. So these are all a collation of resources. There are different resources on the internet and we are putting them together. So what we are essentially doing in the credits tab is we are going to credit all those people who have provided those resources. So for example, like this reading of allotropes of carbon is provided by Lumen Learning, or a video on black carbon is provided by NBC News Learn website. So we have credited all those websites in the credits tab. So Sanjana, can you go to the step-by-step user guide again? And in this, I showed you that these are the list of teaching tools. Like the first one is a topic introduction. Now I'm going to click read more and you will be taken to where the resource is actually hosted. Okay, so if you click read more, you will be taken to the main website where it is hosted, and there you can get all the details about what the resource is and what the content actually to be taught is. So this is introduction to chemistry and about allotropes of carbon. This is the first resource. Okay, going back, can we go to the second resource now? Okay, if you now, for a further deeper understanding, discuss an allotrope of carbon, and we click on read more, you will be taken to a video which is provided by NBC News Learn. And this is a video on black carbon. Okay, so this is a video on black carbon. Okay, move forward.
It can be seen billowing.
Okay, so this was a video on black carbon. So whenever you click on read more, you will be taken to the resource where it is actually hosted. And that's what we essentially did in the credits tab, is credit all these good guys who are providing these resources. We have listed them and saying as a thank you or a credit to them key. It's because of them that we are able to put the lesson plan together. Okay, now let's move on to the teaching tools. So can we go back to the EVS lesson page, discipline page? Okay, now if you click on the teaching tool tab, you will be shown a list of, you will be shown a list of teaching tools listed under environmental sciences. Now, I told you previously that teaching tools are basically interactive tools. So it can be a video, it can be a game, it can be a model simulator, it can be a visualization, a teaching module, or an online course. Okay, these are interactive modules to teach a standalone topic. So now a lesson plan is composed of multiple teaching tools put together in a step-by-step user guide. But a teaching tool will usually be one single topic that you want to teach in your classroom with a climate-related example. So for example, if you want to teach carbon sequestration in soil, that's the only one topic that you want to teach in your classroom. Well, you can use the teaching tool related to that topic, okay? Or you want to teach physics teachers want to teach Coriolis effect, or a biology teacher wants to teach risk of bird extinction. So these are all standalone topics which make up a teaching tool. Okay, so can we go to one teaching tool, Sanjana? Any one that you want? The economics of oil. Okay. Okay, so the economics of oil is a teaching tool which is a model simulation. Okay, and I'll tell you how the teaching tool is structured. So initially, now as there was a lesson plan overview, this is also an overview about what the teaching tool is and who is going to use it. Okay, and then use this tool to help your students find answers to. So what will the students learn, or what will be the assignment questions for them after using this, or after learning about this teaching tool? And then if you go down, this is the about tool or the metadata table of the teaching tool, which mentions the discipline it covers, topics in discipline or the key topics, then type of tool. So type of tool I mentioned, it's a model simulation. Then which grade level it is meant for, what location it has, which language is it in, here English, and where is it hosted. Okay, so this is hosted at 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏 climate models. Okay, and below it's given link of the tool. So if you press link of the tool, you should be taken to the website where it is hosted. And this is where you can teach the economics of oil, the relevant link for the teaching tool. Okay, so now you understand the difference between what a lesson plan and a teaching tool is. A lesson plan will usually consist of multiple teaching tools, but a teaching tool will essentially be one standalone topic that you would like to teach in the classroom. And eventually by tomorrow, we want you all to come up with your own lesson plans. Okay, so you will be writing your own lesson plans and developing lesson plans the way we have done on our website. As examples, you can take them and develop your own lesson plans for your classroom, whatever you want to teach in your classroom. For example, now I am a, you can say that I am a history teacher, okay, and I want to teach Marxism as a topic in my classroom. Now, as a teacher, you need to start thinking about how do I integrate climate change along with Marxist philosophies. We do have an example of that on our website, but that is the approach that you want to start to think about. Ki, this is some topic that I want to teach in my classroom, and at the same time, I want to integrate some example of climate change with whatever I want to teach. And now then how I can modify my lesson plan towards that. How can I write a new lesson plan which I will teach in my classroom with the use of a climate related example. Okay. Now let's go back to the home page again, Sanjana. Okay, coming back to the home page now. We saw the discipline carousel. I want you to go to the resources tab now. Okay, if you go to the resources on the left, there is a list of disciplines. You can go to any discipline that you like and look for any resources that you want. Then we have a page called as all resources. Okay, so if you go to all resources, you will be taken to a page which is a filter page. Okay, so here, whatever you want to look for, you can search for any topic and you can get, if we do have a lesson plan or a teaching tool related to that topic, it will be shown in the search results. For example, I want to teach pollution as a topic in my classroom. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go to the search bar and I'll type pollution and I'll say search. So when I click search, it gives me the search results for the keyword pollution. Okay, now I can filter my results using these filters. For example, all disciplines, I want the discipline filter to be environmental sciences, for example, because I am an EVS teacher. So I want a pollution related lesson plan, but in the environmental sciences discipline. So I'm going to select environmental sciences. Then I want a lesson plan and not a teaching tool in the results. So what I will do is I will set the resource type filter as lesson plan. Can you show it again, Sanjana? So this is the all resource type filter and I'm going to choose lesson plan. Okay. And then which grade level I'm teaching high school or undergraduate. So I'm just going to go and select high school. Okay. And tool type won't be relevant for the lesson plan right now because this is a lesson plan and not a teaching tool. And so these are the results which are related to pollution in the environmental sciences discipline for high school students and in the lesson plan category. Okay. And now we have seen this is the search result for these filters. Similarly, if you want to look for a teaching tool, then what you're going to do is go up, scroll up, and instead of lesson plan, you're going to choose teaching tool and see what comes up. So these are the teaching tools which are listed under pollution in the environmental sciences discipline and for high school students. Okay. And now you can set a tool type maybe to reading. Okay. So if you select tool type as reading, then only these two show up because these are two tool types as readings and related to pollution in the discipline of environmental sciences. So this is how you can use the filter page or all resources, and a shortcut to go to this page is the right hand side corner button. Okay, so Sanjana, can you go on the home page and show it again so that they know? So from the home page, if you press the right hand side search icon, if you press that, you will directly be taken over here. Okay. And through the filter page, you can search for any topic and you will be shown resources, if available on the website, relevant to that topic, which will be lesson plans and teaching tools. And then you can further filter your results through the search filters mentioned here. Okay. Then, Sanjana, can you go to the resources tab again? Okay. If you come down now, there is a list of climate topics. Okay. So I told you, if you want to teach a course in climate change, you can use the climate topics section. And one of the interesting climate topics that we have, or an interactive one, is climate change impact in your country, which has one lesson plan for climate impacts in every country of the world. So I'm going to come down here, scroll down here, and it shows me the world map of in the climate topic section. Okay. Okay. So if you scroll through this world map, you will see names of countries, and all of these are clickable. Okay. So I'm just going to hit any country that I like. For example, India. Okay. And if I click India, I am going to be shown climate change impacts in India, a lesson plan, which is climate change impacts in India. So you can choose any country of your choice from the interactive world map, and you can get the lesson plan for climate impacts in that country. And you can teach it in your classroom. This country has such climate impacts, and you can teach them about that. Okay. So going back, I have already told you about some of the other like the UN SDGs and resources regarding that. So can we go to the SDG page? Yeah. Now, if we go to the Sustainable Development Goals page, we already told that our project aligns to Goal 4 and Goal 13 primarily, but we have also mapped other SDGs with our teaching tools and lesson plans. And if you can choose any SDG that you want to and find resources relevant to that SDG. Okay. So for example, life on land is something that I want to convey as or explain as an SDG. If I click on the SDG, I will be again taken to the filter page, but now with a filter selection of life on land on the SDG filter. Sanjana, can you point to the SDG filter? Yeah. So this is the SDG filter, and you can also filter resources using the Sustainable Development Goals. And similarly, you can also filter through climate topics. So we do have 23 different climate topics to choose from. You can also filter resources from the climate topics as well. Okay. So this is basically the filter page, which you can say is the foundational page of the website, and it can show you all the resources that are available on the website through this single page. Okay, you don't have to go to any other discipline page. You can search everything over here. Okay. And then the last one is, if you don't know anything about climate change and you just want to do an introduction. So we have a page called as Your Introduction to Climate Change. Okay. So if you go to this page, you will get all the resources which are introductory resources for climate change and which are meant for climate change, a guide for teachers of all disciplines, for all the disciplines that you are teaching, any discipline that you teach, you will be taught how to integrate climate change in that discipline. And then we have introductory lesson plan for undergraduate teachers, high school teachers, middle school and primary school teachers as well. Okay, so if you don't know anything about climate change, this is the page where you start as an educator as well as a student. Okay, so this is pretty much what our website is. Okay, if you are clueless about what to do on the website, here is a short tour. So once you come to the home page, you can scroll down and choose a discipline that you want to look for. Okay. Okay. So if you are online, then you can come down to the discipline carousel and choose a discipline of your choice. Okay. And then click the discipline card. Okay. So I'm clicking chemistry right now, just to show an example. And then you will be brought to the discipline page. You can scroll down, look at these key topics from the discipline page. Look at the heading search by key topics in the discipline. And if any of these topics are relevant to you, you can choose that topic and look for resources regarding that topic. For example, if I want a topic regarding isotopes, I will click isotopes. And I will be shown all the resources which are teaching tools and lesson plans related to the word isotopes, related to the term isotopes. This is how you search by a key topic in the discipline. If you want to directly search all the lesson plans that are present in a discipline, go to the lesson plan tab. And similarly, if you want to check which teaching tools are listed under that discipline, all the teaching tools, just go to the teaching tool button and click that. And here is the lesson plans in chemistry and teaching tools in chemistry. Similarly, you can search for any topic that interests you from the all resource page as well, which you can access through this search icon at the top right corner. Click that icon and you will come to the filter page of the website. Okay. And here you can make a search of whatever topic interests you. For example, some teacher was asking me about a mathematics topic of trigonometry. So I'm going to search trigonometry here. And there I go. These are all the lesson plans and teaching tools related to trigonometry. Oh, I got a lesson plan on trigonometry and sea level rise. Now, once you click on the yes, feel free to browse through the your introduction to climate change page, which gives you a basic idea of what climate change is and how to teach it in your own classrooms. Okay, so if you can devote like the next 2 minutes of your time on the screen, I just want you to look at this Google form. I'm going to, so Sanjana has sent this email, dear participants, please find the link to activity form 1, and I'm going to press this link. And I will be taken to this Google form, which is activity 1, review of interdisciplinary teaching tools. And just look at the steps given here. In this activity, please review a teaching tool of your choice from the subject that you teach as described below. Okay, so they have also given you the steps to be followed to do the activity. Okay, so select the discipline that you teach from the home page. Okay, so you go to the home page and you select any discipline that you want to. Okay, go to that discipline page, and then search by key topics in your discipline or search by resource type teaching tools. Okay. So on the discipline page, if you scroll down, you can either search for teaching tools using all these topics. If any of these topics is relevant to you, you can open the page of that specific topic, or otherwise you can directly click on teaching tools and you will be taken to the teaching tools tab. Okay, so this is the topic specific page, which consists of teaching tools regarding that topic. And make sure that you don't review a lesson plan, but a teaching tool. So all the resources which are tagged here as it says lesson plan on the top right corner, lesson plan or lesson plan, don't do those reviews. Just look at teaching tools for now. We will come to the lesson plans later. Okay. So you can either go to the teaching tool tab, or you can go to the search by key topics option. And now once you are here, search, look for any teaching tool that interests you. For example, I'm choosing this one, if global temperature rises by 4 degrees Celsius. Okay, and I'm opening this teaching tool. Now going back to the Google form, what does it say? Find a teaching tool of your interest and conduct an in-depth review and submit this form. So you are going to answer these questions like, what is the name of the teaching tool? Oh, sorry, this is about you. So what is your name, your current position, or then institute affiliation, which institute do you belong to? What is your email address? What is the main subject you teach? And what grade level do you teach? Which country, state, and city do you work in? And after filling these personal details, you are going to conduct the review of the teaching tool, which is basically a few questions regarding what the teaching tool is about. Okay. In the Google form, first fill in your personal details, and then in the next page, answer the questions which are related to the teaching tool. And to answer those questions, you will essentially have to read through carefully what the teaching tool is about, and also visit the link of the tool and read through the resource as well. Okay. I hope it's clear to everyone. Okay. So one important thing is, while going through the teaching tools and lesson plans, when you click the link of the resource, if it comes up to be a broken link, for example, page 404 not found, the link is broken, or there is an error which is shown, or it says link not available, resource not available, then just call us and we will solve the issue for you. Once you are done with the submission of review of teaching tools form, we will move on to the second activity, which is review of lesson plans. So that will also be a similar Google form, and we'll be sending you a Google form for the review of a lesson plan. So right now you're looking for a teaching tool. Similarly, now you will go through a lesson plan of your choice and your interest and conduct an in-depth review about the lesson plan. And similarly fill a review form for lesson plans and submit it to us. So that will be activity 2.